All right, we're starting out laying down today just to get the back to kind of relax onto the floor. And you can keep a little curve in your low back, but just kind of allow your whole spine to kind of smoosh onto the hardness of the floor. And close your eyes. And then once you've fidgeted yourself into perfection, let's be still here and just breathe for a little while. So big inhales, big exhales. When we're laying down like this, it's easy to feel the big expansion in the body on the inhale and the big compression of the belly button and the rib cage inward on the exhale. So spend some time just finding your breath, noticing all the things about it. And let's see if we could deepen the inhales and the exhales a little more. As much as you can, allow the breath to come through your nose. Watch your body while you breathe here. Just scan top of your head all the way down to your toes. Notice every little sensation. Notice your thoughts, emotions. See them too. Let's make these next few breaths as complete as you can make them. So with your next inhale, take in as much air as you can. Let your belly puff open, your rib cage, your back, and hold for a few moments up top, at the top of that inhale. And then exhale completely. Use your belly and your rib cage to squeeze the air out. Hold there. And then find that big inhale again. Maybe take a few rounds like that if that suits you. Maybe one more. And then we'll start to move a little bit. So keep your big breath moving throughout your practice. And you can always bring your awareness back to your breath. If you feel like you start to lose the point of your practice or you start to lose your momentum, okay? We'll take our feet kind of wide. Maybe as wide as your mat is, or as wide as your mat would be if you don't have a mat. And we'll drop our knees side to side. Okay, just gently bringing some movement to the hips. Should feel nice. Glutes are getting massaged. Low back is getting massaged. And if this is slow at first, great. But if you have a tendency to get excited and make it fast, see if you can really slow it down when the knees come close to the floor. And maybe start to activate them downward a little bit, just getting that little extra movement, little extra opening there. All right, next time the knees point up, pause here, bring them in towards your chest, and we'll give them a hug, kind of rock, kind of smoosh the low back out on the mat for a little while. And then let's get the knees right over the hips and we'll bend them so that your knees are at about right angles. They're over your hips. And then take your fingers interlaced behind your head. We're just going to peel the head and shoulders up off the mat, just enough. But we're trying to have a long neck still. So we're trying not to let the front of the neck be crunched or the back of the neck be crunched. Let's let the front and back of the neck be nice and open. All right, and let's move the thigh bones a little bit further out so that their knees are just a little bit off away from your hip bones. Okay, take a big breath in here. And with your exhale, see if you can move one elbow toward the opposite knee. It doesn't have to get close. And inhale back to center. Exhale, other elbow moves toward the opposite knee. Inhale back to center. Let's take a few more like that. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Take 3 more. Side. Center. Side. And center. Keep the neck long. 2 more. Side. Center. Side. Center. Now this one, hold and breathe. Okay, one elbow is pointed at the knee. Could you point the other elbow toward the back of the mat? Keep breathing. Remember your long neck, front and back. Bring it through center, other side. One elbow points at the knee. The other elbow points at the back of the mat. Keep breathing. Go ahead and let that go. All right, shake it out. Tuck your toes or tuck your hands behind your knees here, and we'll rock it up and down a few times. Rock it up, roll it down a couple times. Okay, now try to balance up top. See if you could balance in a little boat. A couple times, maybe 2 or 3 more times. Now this one, see if you could balance here with this one. Hold and breathe. Right? Maybe keeping your hands behind your knees is the best idea for you today. No problem. Okay, maybe you can let go. Maybe you can extend your legs. So find something appropriate for you, please. Keep breathing. And then from here, you can use your fingers and toes down for this if you like. But take an inhale and roll your low back onto the floor. And with your exhale, roll it back up. Let's do that again. Inhale, roll it down. Exhale, roll it up. One more, please. Big breath in. Big exhale. All right, from here, drop your feet in front of you. Drop your right hand behind you. And if you point your knees over to the right, we'll transition into a side plank. So you can always drop the right knee. That's the bottom knee. But let's take a few breaths here, okay? Thinking of pointing your tailbone at your toes. Okay, remember, bottom knee can come down. It's still a lovely plank experience either way. But let's take a few ups and downs of these hips. So we want to get the side body nice and warm. So with your inhale, could you lift the hips high? With your exhale, could you drop them close to the floor? Keep a little bend in your right elbow. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Again, big breath in. And big exhale. One more time. Inhale, lift and hold and breathe. Drop that right knee if you need to. If you want a little extra spice, you can hover the top foot over the bottom foot. But remember, point your tailbone at your toes. Soften that right elbow. Could you put a little bend in both elbows? One more big breath in here. And with your exhale, bring it down. Okay, we're going to sit down. Just like we started, knees pointing over to the right. We can bring it through center. Okay, knees point to the left, and we can come up to a side plank over here. And I'll spin around to face you. So remember, drop that left knee at any time. Anytime, you can always drop it. Okay, you can still do what you want to do. Okay, still do up and down with the hips. So here we go. Hips are high. We have a soft bend in the bottom elbow. Hips are low. Breathe. Inhale to bring them up. Exhale to bring them down. Again, bring it up. Again, bring it down. Okay, bring it up here. Let's hold. Breathe. Drop that bottom knee if you need. Point your tailbone at your toes. Maybe float the top leg. Soft bend in both the elbows. One more big breath in here. And exhale. This time, come down to your seat. We'll flip it over to hands and knees from here. So come on down. Cat cows, please. Grip the mat. Heart pulls forward. Inhale. Push the floor away. Exhale. A few more breaths, just like this. Warming up your spine. Okay, get some side-to-side movement in there too. A little lateral spinal flexion, rolling around. And then as you're ready, friends, tuck your toes. I'll meet you in a down dog. Now start to walk your heels out. Notice how your down dog feels today. Keep in mind your options, please. You can bend those knees or drop them. Always you have those escape routes. And as always, feel free to modify anything I suggest to you in any way that seems appropriate or makes you happier in your posture. Let's move, friends. With your inhale, right leg up and out behind. All right, with your exhale, right knee to your nose. Could you really round it in and push the floor down? Keep in mind, you can do this with the left knee on the ground. Inhale, send that right leg back. Like you're trying to push a button behind you with your right big toe. Again, exhale, right knee to your nose. Hold, push the floor. Inhale, send it back. One more time, big exhale, pull the knee in, hold and breathe, push that floor. Okay, can you hold with me right here, please? Okay, one thing we're going to change. Keep the knee right where it is. Of course, it's kind of floating in the air. Could you move your heart a little bit more forward, looking at the front of the mat? Got a little bit more challenging there. One big breath in. Stay here for a big breath out. And inhale, right leg up and out behind. Exhale, drop the right foot between your hands. We're dropping the back knee here. Inhaling, coming up to your low lunge. As you exhale, strengthen your legs toward each other. Send the hips a little bit down and forward. Maybe cactus arms are involved here, peeling up in your big chest. Inhaling, back up out of it in your low lunge, lifting your hips up and back. Exhaling, sink down into it. Allow the right hamstring to propel you in. Again, big breath in. Big exhale. One more time. Big inhale. Big exhale. Let's sink into this and just hold. So remember to try to draw your thighs toward each other here, kind of gathering them inward toward the center. Lift the belly button up and in. Maybe lift your heart up here. Keep the legs squeezing together. 3, 2, and 1. All hands down, back to down dog. Okay. Let's take a little vinyasa here, friends. By the way, you're always welcome to skip the vinyasas that we take. If you ever just want a child's pose or a break, you can always take that break and modify that vinyasa just to be your resting time. Okay, that being said, inhale, heart forward, plank. Okay, maybe knees are down, maybe not. Exhale, walk to your hands, fold it. Inhale, roll it up. Okay, when you come up, reach up with that right knee coming up. Okay, exhale, drop into a tiny one leg squat, single leg squat. And you can always put the right toes on the floor, okay? Inhale, back up to standing. Exhale, all feet down and fold. Halfway up, inhale. Then big fold, exhale. Palms are down. Inhale back through your plank. And exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale for your cobra, just pulling your heart forward. And exhaling for your down dog. I'll meet you there. Okay, walk out your down dog. It still might be kind of tight in your hamstrings, no problem. Roll your shoulders, let your head hang nicely. Let's keep moving. Okay, please lift your left leg up and out behind. Big breath in. Exhale here, draw the left knee to your nose. Hold it while you push the floor away, rounding. Okay, inhale, send it back. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, pull it in. This is the one we're holding. Hold and breathe. Push that floor. Okay, keep your left knee floating where it is and send the heart forward, taking the round out of your upper spine. One big breath in and one big breath out. Nice. Inhale, send the leg out behind. And exhale, drop the left foot between your hands. Dropping that back knee. Inhaling here, Anjaneyasana, okay? Exhaling, pull yourself. That left heel is trying to pull toward the back of the mat, propelling you deeper into your lunge. Cactus arms. Inhale, back out of it. Exhale, try to pull those knees together. Okay, allow that leg strength to propel you into your hip opening. Again, inhale and exhale. One more and we'll hold. So inhale. Exhale, pull it in, hold here. Okay, attempt to squeeze those knees together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift the belly button up and in. Lift your heart. Find some warmth building in the legs. Spaciousness in the heart. One more breath. And then let it go. All hands down, down dog. Okay, ready for a little vinyasa. Inhale here, heart moves forward, plank. Exhale, walk to your hands and fold. Inhale, roll it up. Okay, as you come up, lift your left knee up toward the ceiling. You can always put the left toe on the floor. Exhaling here, drop it into a single leg squat. Just as low as you want to go. Inhale back up to stand. Then exhale, fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Palms are down. Inhale for plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Elbows in. Inhale for a little cobra. Pull your heart forward. And exhale, down dog. All right, walk it out. Notice how your down dog might be changing over time. Well, maybe not. It's okay. But here we go. Let's get the right leg up and out behind. Bend the knee and point the toe up at the ceiling. So keep the right hip internally rotating, and we'll start to point the toe up, 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 and always feel free to bend the left knee as well. Okay, you can always do that. And we're just breathing here, noticing that right glute, right hamstring. Very challenging to keep that right hip internally rotating, but we can do it. Okay, press the right toe up and hold. Can we pull the heel a little closer to the glute? Can we internally rotate the hip a little more and lift the knee a little higher? Hold and breathe. Wherever you feel heat building, let it build. Okay, keep the right hip just like it is. Inhale, extend the right leg out behind you. And exhale, send that right foot forward. Drop the foot between your hands. We're dropping the back heel. Okay, left heel is now down. Inhaling here. Reach it on that warrior one, okay? All right, let's check out this warrior one. Let's make sure we're pressing into the outer edge of the back foot. We're attempting to line our hips up with the front of the mat, even though they won't quite, okay? The left hip will lag behind, but we're moving the left hip forward and pulling the right hip back. Those right knee cap pointed directly at the right middle toes. All right, friends, join your hands behind you. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Belly button in, strong legs. Remember your strong inner thighs trying to gather in toward the center. So inhaling here, think about your heart lifting up and forward. And with your exhale, roll your heart all the way down. Point the top of your head at the center of the earth. Keep the legs strong. Strong legs pull you up on the inhale. Strong legs support you as you roll your heart down on the exhale. Again, big breath in. And big exhale. One more, big breath in. And here's our last big exhale. Drop the heart, drop the head, lift the hands, hold and breathe. Okay, remember your strong legs. They're still strong, aren't they? Could we drop the hips a little lower? Okay, really drop your head. Look at your back foot. Drop the hips a little lower. Let the hips get warm. Okay, for your last breath here, really attempt to draw your feet together. One more big breath in here. And let it go. All hands down, down dog. Walk it out. Notice how you're feeling. And inhale here, find your plank. Exhale, walk to your hands, fold. Inhale, roll it up. Reach up with your right knee. Right knee is coming up. Exhale here, single leg squat, okay? Inhale to stand. Exhale to fold, all feet down, all hands down. Halfway up, inhale. And very big fold, exhale. Palms are down, inhale for your plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Then exhale, down dog. Okay, let's start to really settle into down dog here. Take 5 or 6 long, slow breaths. Check out all your alignment. Okay, all your alignment cues. Your hands grip the mat. Your elbows move inward. Shoulder blades slide away from your ears so your neck is super long and free. The head hangs so easily to look at the back of the mat. Kneecaps up, heels down. And maybe you slightly lift your toes as you move your tailbone back. Okay, let's get the left leg up and out behind. Bend that knee. Internally rotate the hip, of course, and then start to try to push that toe up toward the ceiling. We can bend that right knee if we need a little bit more space. Keep breathing. You want to feel that hamstring and glute really turn it on. Feels like a tiny, underwhelming movement, doesn't it? Okay, lift and hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. Okay, can we move the heel a little closer? Left heel a little closer to the glute? Could we internally rotate the left hip a little more and lift the knee a little more? All right, inhale here, extend the left leg. And exhale here, send the foot forward, drop it between your hands. We're dropping the right heel, inhaling here, come on up, warrior one. Okay, warrior, settle in, hips line with the front of the mat, back foot, pressing outer edge, very strong, and front knee, left knee points at the middle toes. Let's get our hands behind us. See if you can interlace them the other way, the one you didn't do last time because it feels a little unnatural. Do that one. Okay. Ready? Strong legs. Inhaling, heart lifts high. Exhaling, heart and head drop low. Keep the legs strong while you do this. Don't let them clock off, okay? Inhaling, roll it up. Let the legs pull you up. Exhaling, roll it down. Again, bring it up. And bring it down. One more, big breath in. And big exhale. And let's hold it here, friends. Drop the hips a little lower. Strengthen the legs toward each other even more. Maybe drop your head if you could, a little lower. Press into the outer edge of the right foot and pull the left hip back. All right, one more big breath in here. And let it go. All hands down, down dog. Inhaling here, find your plank. Exhaling to your hands and fold. Inhaling, roll it up. Okay, lift that left knee. Single leg squat, exhale. Inhale to stand. Exhale, all feet down and fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Palms down, inhale for plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra or up dog. If you're feeling warm enough, you can pull the heart forward with lifted legs, strong glutes though, or cobra. And exhale here, down dog. All right, find your down dog. Take several breaths here, 5 or 6 long, slow ones. And really settle into this posture. All right, friends, inhale here, right leg up and out behind. Exhale here, drop that right foot, not all the way to your hands, but maybe part of the way, maybe under your heart. We'll drop that back heel, the left heel, and you can use the right knee to press yourself up. Grab onto your hips here. We're coming into a pyramid posture. So hips grabbed, pelvis a little bit tucked under, so your belly button's pulling in, your tailbone is pointing forward, and you're gently, of course, squeezing your legs toward each other. So you have that Mula Bandha activated. So long spine, please. Big breath in. And with your exhale, move the heart forward just a little bit and just pause right there. Nothing crazy. Looking for some gentle opening in the back of your right leg. So stay tuned. Another big breath in. Exhale, fold the heart forward a little more. Okay, looking for that sensation of lengthening. If you found it, hold right there. If you haven't found it, inhale, long spine. Exhale, move the heart forward a little more. Okay, chances are once your upper body gets about parallel with the floor, then you should have found some opening in the back of that right leg. So stick with that. You want a little more, you can keep folding, okay? But you do want to keep your spine long if you can, please. And even while you are extending the right knee, put a tiny bend in it, a little micro bend. And we want to think of moving the hips back, back, back all the time. Okay, some of you are going to want to put blocks under your shoulders and put your hands on them. Some of you are just going to want to put your fingertips on the floor. Some of you, hands come all the way down. But as you spend more time here, you may decide you'd like to just fold your upper body over that right leg. Continue to pull the right hip back, send the left hip forward. All right, my friends, we're going to transition out of this. So put a little bend in your right knee and move your heart forward a little bit. You may just walk your hands forward. Okay, and then let's step that left foot a little closer in. And then as you're ready, fingertips under shoulders, or if you have blocks under shoulders, we'll launch that left leg up into the air. So pushing back through the left heel, making sure those hips and shoulders are level with the mat. We can start to cultivate a revolved half moon. So we'll put a little bit more weight into the left fingertips and take the right hand to your right hip. That's all for now, just making sure your hips are level, pushing back through the left heel. Okay, yes, you can bend your right knee. It does not need to be straight, okay? How do you feel about reaching up with your right hand? Okay, maybe looking out to the right. Breathe. Okay. Big breath here. Maybe starting to revolve that right shoulder open and stack it over the bottom shoulder. Remember your long spine, your big breath. All right, one more. Big breath in here. Revolved half moon. With your exhale, drop the right fingers on the floor. We're dropping the left toes way back there behind. We can walk our hands down so they're under our shoulders. We are in a lunge here, friends. So let's rock the hips back and forth a few times. Okay, remember you can do this with the back knee on the floor to make it more gentle and grounded. You can lift the back knee up off the floor to get a little bit more opening in that right leg. So find something that makes sense for you. A few times. And then next time you pull the hips back, pause. With or without the back knee on the floor, the same thing is happening in the right leg, either way. Okay, ground into that left hand again. Again, reach up with the right hand, big twist. Let's hold right here and breathe. Both elbows are bent. Shoulders are stacking perhaps. Look wherever seems natural. One more big breath here. And we're letting it go. Back knee comes down. If it was up, front knee bends. All hands down. Down dog. I'll meet you there. Okay, we'll take our little vinyasa, or you're welcome to skip it and just take a break. Here we go. Inhale, heart forward, plank. Exhale, walk to your hands and fold. Inhale, roll it up, lifting up that right knee. Exhale, single leg squat. Inhale to stand. Exhale, all feet down, fold. Halfway up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Okay, palms are down. Inhale for plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra or up dog, your choice. Exhale, down dog. Okay, walk it out. Notice how that right hip and glute are feeling. Okay, I feel the difference. Hope you do too. Let's go. Inhaling here, left leg up and out behind. Exhaling here, set the left foot down, not quite between your hands, under your heart maybe. We'll drop the back heel, and we can use the slightly bent left knee to press up and find a pyramid posture. So first for pyramid, we'll line our hips up with the front of the mat. Pull your belly button in so that you're not just kind of popping into the low back. Point the tailbone a little bit forward, and you could slightly bend that left knee so it doesn't lock out. But remember to put a little bit of squeeze between your inner thighs. They're trying to draw in toward each other. Hands on your hips is a great place to start. Long spine, inhale. And move your heart just a little bit forward on the exhale. We're just taking our time with this, so pause there. Notice how you feel in the back and side of the left leg. Okay, again, long spine, inhale. Heart moves a little bit more forward, exhale. So keep going until you find what you're looking for in the back of that left leg. More than likely, you'll be somewhere around parallel with the floor with your upper body. If you want to drop lower than that, that's fine, okay? Make sure it feels right. You can put your hands down. Put a little bend in that left knee, but keep pulling the left hip back, please. Okay, putting that squeeze between the legs still. They're still trying to draw together, those feet. We'll start to transition into that revolved half moon. So come forward with your head and your heart. We'll put a little bend in that left knee and walk our fingertips forward. You want to think of taking your fingertips about a spine length, so about a foot or a foot and a half away from your left foot. We can step the right toes a little closer. And then as you're ready, launch the right leg into the air. And breathe. Okay, so hands are under shoulders, right leg is up and back, it's strong and long. We may bend the left knee at any time, but we try to keep the right leg nice and strong. So let's put some extra weight into that right hand, fingertips or block or hand, and reach up with the left. We can pause here and just breathe. Making sure those hips stay level with the mat. Okay, believe it or not, still a little squeeze between your inner thighs. Perhaps reaching, looking up to the left as you stack that left shoulder on top of the right. Big chest. Keep breathing, friends. Find a little more openness from your belly button all the way up. One more big breath in here. And all fingers down, right toes down at the back of the mat. And we'll drop that right knee. Go ahead and slide yourself back into a little lunge. And we'll just rock the hips forward and back a few times. So same idea here. You can keep the back knee down and just extend and bend that left knee. Or you can pick the back knee up. And it gives you a little more space to open up in the back and the side of that left leg. Keep a nice flex in the left foot if you can. and get that calf stretch. Okay, next time you pull back into that left hamstring, IT band, glute stretch, pause. Try to get your hands under your shoulders. Get the longest spine you can, even though that's challenging in here. And we'll just lift the left hand. Nice twist again. Breathe. Long spine inhales. With your exhale, you twist from the belly button every time. All right, one more big breath in here, friends. And all hands down, back knee down, down dog. Notice how you feel it. Notice how your down dog feels now. And then inhale here, find your plank. Exhale, walk to your hands, fold. Inhale, roll it up. Okay, lift the left knee. Here it goes. Exhale, single leg squat. Inhale to stand. Exhale, all feet down, fold. Roll it up, inhale. Big fold, exhale. Okay, palms are down here. Inhale here, back to plank. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Okay, last down dog of the practice here. Let's just check it out. What differences do you notice about the back body? Hamstrings, calves, glutes, shoulders? What differences do you notice about the front body? Quads, hip flexors, armpits, and chest. As you're ready, friends, drop to your knees. Come on down. So I'd like to try a little cobra time, a little camel time with you. That's a different animal. So if you'd like to just start off with your toes tucked, come on up to your knees, and let's pull the belly button in a little bit, like you're trying to move your hips forward to be over your knees. In other words, as we start to move, your hips will try to move back towards your feet, but you're thinking of moving them forward towards your knees. All right? So you can just take your hands to your hips, okay, kind of on your low back. Take a big breath in here. Think of lifting your heart up toward the ceiling. And we'll just take a few breaths like this. With each inhale, could you think of lifting your heart a little higher while pulling your belly button in? So just getting a load of this back extension kind of feeling. Heart pulls in, or heart pulls up, belly button pulls in. Okay, for some of us, this is quite enough, and you could just stay right here. So please feel free to stay here. If everything's feeling great, you can look over at your right heel and see if you can bring your right hand to your right heel. You want to grab onto it kind of the same way you would grab a doorknob. So grab on, hold here, breathe. And we're continuing to move the hips forward, pulling that belly button in and lifting the heart. So if this is fine for you, you just want to stay here, please stay here. If you feel great, lift the left hand up. Big breath. Big chest. Okay, still hips forward, belly button in. Possibly here, if everything's going well, you reach the left hand to the left, looking up. And for some of you, it's okay to put the left hand on the left heel. Put a nice little tuck in your chin, keep a long neck, and you can think about dropping your head. But hips move forward, belly button moves in. If you were here, come out the opposite way you came. Let's reach the left arm up. Looking back at the right heel, We can take the right hand back to your low back. And take a moment here just to sit back on your heels. If your feet are tired of being tucked, you can untuck them. But I like to also just sit back on the heels because it's a nice foot stretch. Okay? And then if you like that, let's check out the other side. So here we go. Up on the knees, belly button in, please. Tailbone points forward, and that's challenging in itself. So don't feel bad if you just want to stay right here. Hands on your low back, heart lifting, belly button in. So this is quite enough of a back extension for a lot of people. Feel free to hang here. You're feeling great. You can look at that left heel behind you and try to grab it like a doorknob with your left hand. Hips forward, belly button in. Okay, maybe the right arm reaches up. Breathe. Maybe the right hand reaches to the right. Breathe. Maybe that right hand comes back for that right heel, but the hips still move forward. There's still a little tuck in the chin. You should always be able to talk here, even if you drop your head. So remember, the elbows are soft if you can. Shoulders move away from ears if you can. Breathe. If you can't breathe, back it up. As you're ready, right hand comes back up, looking at your left heel, left hand back to your back again, and take a moment here just to sit back on your heels or shake out your toes if they're tired of being tucked. Notice how that back bend made you feel. Hopefully felt nice. As you're ready, hands down in front, sit your hips to one side, and we'll come all the way down to the mat. So come on down, I'll meet you laying down. Go ahead and shake it out a little bit. If you bring your knees in here and give them a little hug, you can help the low back let go from that nice little camel posture we just experimented with. Okay, roll out low back, glutes, anywhere that might be feeling a little intensity. And then if you get all the legs up in the air, we'll cross the right leg over the left, right knee over left, and just bend your knees. And you have the option to start gently here and just grab one shin in each hand. And you'll ground your shoulder blades and think of moving your shins toward you. So shoulder blades come down and take your legs with them. If this is kind of gentle and you want more, you can grab for your edges of your feet. Think of moving your feet away from your hips and then pulling them down toward the floor. So really ground the shoulder blades still and try to keep your feet flexed rather than floppy in the ankle. So no floppy ankles, please. Breathe here. This is really nice low back release for your enjoyment. As you're ready, release your legs, but keep the right leg crossed over the left. And then just drop the legs to the left. Okay, right leg crossed over, they drop to the left. Arms come out wide. Let's look away from the legs over to the right. Take a few breaths here. This twist, long spine inhales. Belly button to spine, exhale. bring the legs through center here. We'll get them all up in the air. And cross the other way. So left knee over right this time. Bend the knees, please. You can start by grabbing your shins. And sometimes it's nice to start gently. Even if you know you can take it deeper, just start gently. Ground those shoulder blades. And then grab one flexed foot at a time. Pull them away from your hips. About in line with your knees would be fine. And then move those feet down. Breathe. Let that go as you're ready, but keep the left leg crossed over the right, and we'll just drop the legs to the right. Look to the left with arms open. Big breath. Let's bring the legs back into center now and untangle them and find your resting posture. Okay, whatever your resting posture is, get there. Maybe Shavasana with arms and legs long. Maybe arms and legs are bent in some kind of way, but breath comes through your nose, please. The body is soft and still. Find each inhale makes you expansive. And each exhale, you're able to let go a little more of any tension that might still exist in your body. And take this time with yourself, just soaking up your practice. Please keep resting as long as you can. Thank you so much for joining me today.